Bob Twilliger for Colorado Outfitters. I guide backcountry fly fishing trips and elk trips. We get a lot of questions about how to pack for our different trips. And I'm getting ready to go guide a trip here tomorrow. And I thought I'd take you through how I pack for these trips that hopefully will help you better plan and pack for your trips. I'll also plan to do another one of these later this summer to help out our archery hunters and rifle hunters too. So in any case, I'll take you through what I got here. I got a bunch of stuff here, and basically when I get all done, you know, I've got about a 2,000 cubic inch backpack that I'll take you through, that I'm going to load up with my fishing gear and whatnot. I've got another, what I'll call medium-sized zip-up duffel here that I'll put my stuff in. But you can see I got a bunch of stuff here. I got my sleeping bag, and I actually have a ground pad for where I'm sleeping, but in most of our camps you would not need this unless you want something a little bit firmer to sleep on. You'll see I've got my fishing rods here, and we highly recommend for our pack trips that you bring a 4-piece packable rod. 2-piece rods do not pack well on the trail. These fit down in our panniers real well on a mule, and your rod is going to be safe here. I actually have one lake rod and one small river rod for where we're going. Just to take you through some of the other stuff I got here, I've got my clothes. Beyond what I'll be wearing a pair of jeans and a long sleeve shirt on the way in, and I've got a t-shirt to sleep in, another shirt to change into, and then the other thing that I recommend for our fishing trips is I've got a pair of these lightweight hiking pants that actually zip off. These are great because you've got a pair of pants, you've got a pair of shorts, and on this trip I'm actually going to use these to wet wade in. And then I've still got my jeans I'm going to wear in, you know, to wear around camp. You want some layering stuff. I've got a fleece here. I've got an insulated lightweight shirt, an extra pair of socks. You know, so I've got some stuff I'll be comfortable around camp. I've got a pair of camp shoes, easy to slip on. In the mornings you get back, something comfortable on your feet. Let's see. I've got my rain gear back here. I actually got a good rain jacket and a good pair of rain pants. I highly recommend, this is an area where you want to spend your money. Here in Colorado, it's normal to get mountain afternoon showers, and having a good set of rain gear is important. This, I'm actually going to tell you, do not pack this in your pack. You want to leave this out when you meet us at the trailhead. Along with your water bottles, I recommend bringing 2. You know, these you leave out because we can put your rain gear in the saddlebags on the horse. Same thing with your water bottles. Any additional snacks you might want for the trail ride in, they're going to come in handy, because once they're loaded, stuff is loaded on the mule, we're not going to have access to it. The other stuff I have here, I've got a charger and a cord so I can charge up my phone if I run out of batteries. In the backcountry, I run my phone on airplane mode so that I don't run my battery out. I've got my toiletries, and you can see the way I've got those packed up. I've just got what I need: some Advil, toothpaste, nose spray, that kind of stuff, sunscreen. If you want any personal snacks, of course, we provide 3 meals a day. I've got a couple extra protein bars and some energy drink mix that I like. You know, you'll also see I've got a compact fishing net. You don't really have to have a net. Most of the times our guides will have nets, and we've got a net back there at camp for our boat. Let's see. The other thing I was going to take you through is wading shoes. These are actually going to be my wading shoes and my hiking shoes. There's a lot of these on the market today where they make a combination wading and hiking shoe. I'll use these to hike to the lakes, and then like I said, I'm going to wet wade, and I've got a pair of wet wading socks with these. If in fact I was not going to wet wade, well, then we recommend a bootless packable wader. You'll see these pack up very small. I can take mine, and I've got a little stuff sack here, and I can stuff these up real tight. and I got them ready to go. They're not going to take up any room if I was going to bring them. You know, of course, you'll have hiking shoes on your feet, which you'll wear to ride in. The other thing I recommend leaving out, of course, is a hat. You know, certainly apply sunscreen before you go for the day, and a good pair of sunglasses, you know, with the bright sun we have, and also fishing, you know, being able to see down in the water from a safety standpoint, not getting a hook in the eye. Let's see, taking a look around, we'll take a final look at, I got a headlamp. Definitely bring a headlamp. You'll want that around camp. For me, I've got a pair of cheaters so I can, when I'm cooking your meals, I can see what I'm doing. But if you got glasses, make sure you bring glasses. You know, I only wear glasses for reading, but I don't bring my good prescription reading glasses back there. I bring something that's good enough just to help me see, because you never know what can happen. You end up losing them or something like that. So I'll take you through a little bit more details on my backpack and my fishing stuff. So, and this is not a must bring, but if you want to, you certainly can, because this is not going to take up any space or weight in your pack. They make a lot of these squeeze water purifiers today, and you know, I've got one right here. It's got the bag, and then I got the filter. So, you know, I'll use that to purify out of, and into my water bottles when I'm out in the field. Of course, we've got big gravity feed water purifiers back at camp, so you know, you don't have to bring one of these. If I'm with you, one of the other guides I know carry water purifiers too. So that's going to go on my pack. You can see I've got my fishing stuff whittled down here in this little compartment. I've got my fly boxes in here. I'm not going to pull it all out. I've got extra leaders. I've got a couple different kinds of floating, a liquid and then a dry shake. Of course, my forceps, you know, nippers, that kind of stuff. So all that stuff is in here, and that stuff is all on our website on the checklist, but I wanted to show you again, this video is more about packing and less about gear. I've got my tippet with me. I've got my fly reel for my small river rod, and then the other things I got inside my backpack that I'll take you through. Your guides will all carry a first aid kit. I've got one. I also carry one in my saddlebags. So it's not a must-have for clients to bring that, because we've got first aid kits up there, and the guides carry them. I've got my reel for my lake rod. I also carry an extra spool with sinking line. The other one had floating line on. In these lakes, you want to definitely have a sinking line or sinking tip line, because we do use a lot of streamers and nymphs, and those fish, you know, sometimes in the summertime when they're not up feeding on the surface, if there's not a hatch, we're fishing below the surface. Other things I carry in my pack, I carry a handkerchief. I've got my cheaters for fishing. You know, I've got some hand sanitizer. I actually do carry an extra headlamp to make sure I've always got one in my pack. I've got a neck gaiter, you know, fight the sun, or if I get cold. Sometimes it gets cold in the afternoon. You get a thunderstorm with hail, it can get cold. I'll use that. A few of the other things I'll carry about. My other first aid kit, my toilet paper, I'll have that along. I've got bug spray. Don't come without bug spray. Sometimes the bugs are bad. I do carry some pepper spray, not a bad idea. Again, you don't have to have it, but I have it with me. And then the last thing I like to carry for my pack is, this is actually a rain fly for my pack. Again, with the afternoon showers and stuff, if we get wet weather, I put this over top of my pack, and it keeps all my gear nice and dry. So that's what I carry in my backpack. So what I'm going to do now is start loading some stuff up, and you'll see when I get done, you know, I'm going in for several days, but this is all I really need. You know, all the rest of the food's going to be with us. You know, there's nothing I'm skimping on that's comfort-wise. You know, I've got extra clothes, I've got warm layers, I've got some comfortable camp shoes, I got my rain gear. I can always use my rain gear for a windbreaker, or, you know, as well to help keep me warm if I'm a little cool at night. So, you know, no need to bring more than what you need, because again, we are tight for space on these mules, and every inch and weight matters. So we want you to bring what you need, but, you know, don't bring more than what you need. I am packing my rain gear in here simply because I have a Western saddle slicker on my saddle, so I don't need to leave mine out. But again, I want you guys to leave yours out, and we'll put it in your saddle bag. So I'm loading up my fishing gear now. I'm going to put all this stuff in here in my pack, and like I said, when I get all done here, you're going to see that I really, you know, my stuff is really not going to take up much space. So I'm just going to work through this while you watch and pack my stuff up, and we'll be good to go. I've still got a little bit room in this backpack, so I'll leave that there. Again, I'm not going to take my waders this trip, but if I did, I could get those in the bag too. So I've got my backpack here. I've got my 2 fishing rods. Of course, those are going to go in separate. So now I'm going to start loading up the rest of this stuff here. Again, I don't need these waders. I'll get them out of the way. So I've got my boots, my wading shoes first, which I am going to use. And these wouldn't necessarily have to go in your bag, but we'll see. I do believe I can get these in mine. This bag is bigger than what it looks like. So I've got my sleeping bag there, and I also got some pockets on the top. I'm going to throw my camp shoes in here, and you'll see how much space I actually take up when I'm done with this, but it's really not much. I might leave this out too, just throw that in my other bag just in case I want that for the ride in. A lot of times you're meeting us early morning at the trailhead, and my water filter can go in there too. It can be cool in the morning, so I want to leave that stuff out. So I've got my extra clothes here. Throw those in here. And again, I still got room. Water bottles I'm going to leave out. Of course, like I told you guys, those aren't going anywhere except in my saddle bags, because I want access to those on the way in so I can get a drink. I got my sleeping bag. That'll go in here too. And you can see I've still got room. I'm going to throw my sunglasses in my fishing pack as well, because I got room there. The net doesn't have to go in. I'm down to the rest of this now, and you can see that, you know, this stuff is all going to go in, and when I get all said and done here, I'm going to have a pack or a bag that really is not that big in the grand scheme of things. I'm not going to zip it up yet. I got a few more things, but see, I've got a medium-sized duffel here, and when I get all said and done, I got my medium-sized duffel, I got my fishing pack, I got my fishing rods, I got my net. Again, the rest of this stuff will go in the bag here. When I'm done with the video here, I'll finish packing the rest of this up. But you can see, basically what it boiled down to is a couple of fishing rods, a net, a medium-sized bag, and a backpack, and that's it. That's really all you need for this trip. You can kind of see how I did that and packed it down, so I'm really hoping this helps you guys out, and certainly we're here for you if you got questions. So in any case, give us a call. You want to go on one of these pack trips. I'm looking forward to it. They're an awful good time. Get to see some pretty country and catch some real nice brookies and cutthroats. Over and out.